While master musicians like David Blaine and Chris Angel make it seem like they might actually be magical beings, they're actually employing the same basic techniques even basic level parlor musicians use. The difference is they're better at it, and they have a bigger budget for a spectacular show meant to distract us from what they're actually doing. Fact is, magic is a little bit more than clever angles, distraction, sleight of hand, and a ton of practice. Plus, like with any skill, you can't start at the advanced level. If you want to be the next mind freak, you need to hone your skills with some basic beginner magic. Here are 10 simple magic tricks anyone with a little bit of time, patience, and work ethic can pull off. Sounds like the ultimate unexplainable magic trick. Humans can't fly, yet this magician is floating in midair. How can that be? Well, the simple answer is they're not floating. And in short time, you too can pretend to float to the amazement of your friends and family. The most basic form is called the Ballucci levitation. It's all about the positioning of your feet at an angle that only lets the audience see one foot. Standing on the tippy toes of the foot people can't see, and your visible foot will rise in the air, making it look like you're levitating. If the audience wants to see both of your feet, all you need to do is place a dark screen in front of your legs, showing only the tips of your feet. Take off one shoe and rubber band it to the shoe you're still wearing. Make sure the rubber band is the same color as your shoes, obviously, so the audience doesn't see it. And keep your shoeless foot on the ground behind your screen, and lift up the other foot. Suddenly, you're Superman. In short, levitation isn't so much supernatural as it's a balancing act you can manage after a week at a beginner's yoga class. Would it be amazing to show off your amazing abilities to make a solid object pass through another solid object? Yep, thanks to magic, this seemingly impossible physical feat is doable by almost anyone. The secret is another tried and true magic strategy: misdirection. You distract the audience by making them focus on the wrong thing, so you can stage your illusion without them noticing. In this case, get a ball, coin, keys, or anything else that would fit inside of a cup. Place the cup over it, then wrap the cup in some paper or cloth that's big enough to fit the cup. Place the wrapped cup over the object and claim you're going to send that object through the table. Show the audience the object once more, and really sell how that is going to go through the table. While doing so, deftly drop the cup to the ground, preferably onto something soft so nobody hears the object hit the ground, but continue to hold the paper in the shape of the cup. Place it back over the object and smash it with your hand. At that point, act shocked that the object didn't go through the table and that there's no cup. Finally, pull the cup from under the table and let your audience marvel at your supposed mutant abilities. One of the oldest, most popular magic tricks is to make a coin disappear. But just because it's old doesn't mean it's unimpressive. And if you learn how to do it, you'll be the talk of the party. The secret behind this trick is something called the false transfer, where you make it look like you've moved the coin from one hand to the other, when you actually haven't. You do so by holding the coin with your two middle fingers and flipping your hand over to place the coin into the other hand. However, you're secretly cupping the coin with your thumb the whole time, so the coin doesn't actually change hands. But since it looks like it did once you open your hand, the coin isn't there. To further distract the audience while doing the false transfer, roll up your sleeves. This not only shows them that you're not hiding the coin from your shirt, but it also gives them something else to focus on while you're working the illusion right in front of them. If you want to make your money truly disappear, you'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Pay your bills. If you've ever wondered how a basic "is this your card" trick works, it's quite simple. All you need to know is how to shuffle a deck of cards. To do the double lift card trick, first shuffle the deck. Better yet, have an audience member do it to ensure them that this is a legitimate deck of cards. Once that's done, tell them you're going to show them the top card. But in actuality, you're lifting two cards and showing them the second card from the top. Then take the top card and place it in the middle of the deck, making the second card the new top card. Now they think the card they've seen is lost somewhere amongst the sea of cards. Shuffle the deck again, make sure that the spectator's card is at the top of the deck, and then flip the deck like a flip book until your friend tells you to stop. At this point, you employ a technique called the slip force, where you split the deck in two according to where you stop the flipping. But while doing so, you discreetly slip the top card onto the top of the second now deck. Show them that card, and it looks like you found their card in a random place. In reality, you knew that it was there the entire time, no matter where you put it. At first glance, this trick seems almost spooky. Using no fingers, you're holding up multiple cards with only the palm of your hand. Of course, you're not actually doing that, no more than you're doing real magic in any other trick. However, unlike many other tricks, this one involves no sleight of hand or tricky angles. It almost completely relies on but one thing: a gimmick card. To achieve this illusion of magnetic hands, first cut a small square in the middle of a regular playing card, but do not remove the part of the card you've cut out. Leave it there as a flap, then glue another card to the front of the gimmick card, so nobody nobody can see the hole. Now for the trick. With your hand facing palm down, grip the flap between your fingers and slide several cards slightly underneath the gimmick one. That way they're all showing from underneath your hand. And it looks like nothing is holding up aside from the magic emanating from your palms. In reality, the only thing you're displaying is how you paid attention when using scissors and glue during arts and craft time at kindergarten. You've probably already seen this trick many times before. Someone takes a pencil and seemingly slides it up their nose, through their head, and out their ear. You're attentively fascinated, disgusted, and curious if that pen actually touched their brain at all. If you've wondered how anyone could do that, the simple answer is they can. Luckily, with just a little bit of sleight of hand and speed, you can make it look like as if you did. To send a pencil through your head, hold the pencil vertically, gripping the middle part with a couple of your fingers so the audience can see the pencil, then cup the other end of the pencil with 2 fingers and your thumb. Make it look like as if you're sliding the pencil up your nose. When doing this, you're actually raising your non-nose in such an angle that the audience can't see the pencil isn't moving at all. After that, move your hand over to your ears and slide it away from you, revealing the pencil that looks like it just came out of your ear. The biggest factor in this trick is speed. You need to angle your hand up fast, move your hand from your nose to ear fast, and slide your hand away from the pencil fast. Doing this trick slowly is an easy way to show the audience what you're doing, and that's exactly what you don't want. You want to come across as someone with a magical head, not someone who's lost their head. There are a few things cooler than making it look like you have telekinesis. With this simple magic trick, you can show off your supernatural cerebral powers to all of your friends. Make them ooh and ah as you make a packet of ketchup rise and fall in a bottle of water, using nothing but the power of your quote-unquote Tenacious D mind bullets. Obviously, you're not going to use real mind powers, but simply a combination of distraction and science. To do this trick, you need a plastic bottle. Fill it with water and drop a ketchup packet in it and screw the cap on. Then begin hyping up your mind powers and make a show about the hand you'll use to magically direct the ketchup to move up or down, according to your commands, of course. While doing that, quietly cup the middle of the bottle with the other hand and give a gentle squeeze. At the same time, command the ketchup to go down. The change in pressure generated by your squeezing will send the packet downwards. Then command the packet to go up as you quietly unsqueeze the bottle. This will send the ketchup upwards. Keep doing this as long as you like. Squeezing the bottle makes the ketchup go down, releasing it makes it go back up. Since you want the trick to remain mysterious, keep your squeezing hand on the bottle at all times. You don't want to move it or otherwise call any attention to it, because that's the source of the illusion. Keep the focus on the ketchup, your commanding hand, and your magical mind. The audience will have no choice but to be amazed. Everybody knows water becomes ice when it's cold enough, but you can't just pour water out of a bottle and turn it into ice within seconds, right? Well, of course not, unless you're some kind of magician. If you want to amaze your friends with this flagrant violation of scientific law, it's not that difficult at all. Just take a full bottle of liquid, it can be water, juice, or even soda, and chill it in the freezer. This will take anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, depending on the liquid, and at that point, the liquid will be incredibly cold, but not frozen. Then pour the liquid into something cold, like an ice pack or a glass full of ice. If done correctly, the liquid should turn into a slushy ice the second it touches the cold surface. Better yet, as you pour more liquid and as it hits the slush, it too will turn into slush, leaving you the magical ice tower that seemingly defies explanation. As with all tricks, practice before showing your friends. You want to know for sure how much time you need to properly chill each liquid. If you don't give your bottle enough freezer time, the trick won't work and you'll wind up with a slightly slushy but mostly liquid mess that impresses nobody. So first master the freeze and then amaze everyone. How many of us have seen people pretend to remove a finger then put it back? It's easily one of the oldest tricks in the book, but you may not know how to do it. As it turns out, it's shockingly easy, as long as your fingers have the physical dexterity to do what the trick requires them to do. Hold your hand out with the palm facing towards you. Slide your other hand in front of the trick hand, and while doing so, make your pinky disappear, as if your other hand is taking it away. To do that, you literally bend your pinky into your palm, so to the audience it looks like you're a finger short. Slide your other hand back, and in one swift motion, return your pinky so it's at the normal position, making it look like you've magically reattached it. Now, it's possible your pinky can't handle this trick. No matter what angle you try to hold with your hand, you may not be able to move your pinky to where it's 100% invisible. And in that case, try another finger, perhaps your thumb. Every other part of this trick still applies. You're just pretending to remove a digit that your body lets you pretend to move. Bending a spoon using only your mind is one of the most well-known illusions in modern history. Superstar psychic Uri Geller was renowned for his seemingly unnatural spoon bending abilities, at least until former musician Johnny Carson and famed skeptic James Randi exposed him as a fraud on The Tonight Show. As it turned out, Geller was using pre-cut spoons he held in such a way that made it look like he was bending them. When challenged to use provided spoons, Geller failed in front of millions. If you want to master this trick but don't wish to cut up anybody's spoons, all you need to know is how to hold the utensil. Make it look like you're gripping the spoon with both hands and press downwards. In truth, you're using one finger to hold the spoon and your fist to conceal the handle. Move that finger and slide the spoon down at an angle. It should look like you've magically just bent the spoon. Then lift your spoon finger back up to make it seem like you've magically fixed the spoon. Just like that, you're a spoon bender. And yeah, stay away from The Tonight Show though, in case Jimmy Fallon has any questions for you.